knock the Wi-Fi right out, man. Oh man. I mean, man, I don't. I. How do I even have that much inside of me? I don't even know. That's exactly what Lauren said will happen. She's like, you keep drinking those mudslides, you're gonna have a mudslide coming out your ass tomorrow. I'm like, yeah, okay. Yeah, and she's right. But the mudslides were, the drink was so good. Couldn't help myself. So tasty. Yeah, I think so. I think I did, Jim. Oh, man. I think I'm just gonna stick to beer and ciders. Yeah, yeah. Oh, man. Heck no, brother. Heck no. So this is interesting. So when I run the new BLI SD70 Ace, it it pulls the coal car right off the track, but the Genesis Ace does not. You guys might know why that is. Could it be a coupler length thing? I mean, obviously, if I put it on the outer radius, it would be no issue. So the BLI Ace will pull the first hopper off the track, but the Genesis Ace does not. Too tight. Is it easy? Hmm. I should probably check that. I'll take it out of its box. Let's see. I'll get it out of the box first, and then I'll see what's up with that. Okay. All right, get it out of the box. All right, I'm gonna play Buddy's video again so we can hear it. Hopefully, I don't blow up the internet in the process.
FGF-3 anymore because I had to send it to Broadway Limited to get it repaired because it sounded bad. But in terms of the sound system, basically, if you get above speed step 15, which I use a power cap, that's why I'm saying speed step 15. So about a bit over half throttle, you lower the throttle down, you will lose all the chuffing noises. It will just go literally like that. I'll insert a clip right now. That's
Yeah.
what I saw. It literally just goes.
What kind of cocaine is this guy on?
And then if you raise the throttle back up, it will just do this. And as you guys saw, it basically gets rid of all of the synchronization between the chuffing and the running gear. And that's because...
Man, this thing's so heavy I couldn't get it out of the box.
I guess. I don't know
love it.
why they decided to do that, but they did. A $1,000 locomotive, by the way. I'm Canadian, so that's why I'm saying $1,000. Yeah, it's just really not worth it, to be honest. Even though, like you said, like, they are actually full die cast in New Orleans. Which is amazing, by the way. Most manufacturers like Athearn don't even make or even attempt to make die-cast locomotives, which I'll give them props for that. That they do that. But the worst thing about Broadway Limited is their smoke units, of how they're not even using fan-driven smoke units and they're charging that much.
What?
They look very, very, very unrealistic.
Whoa. Did he just say they're not using fan-driven? Mine have fans. Maybe the older ones didn't use fans? I don't know. Mine have fans. You can even hear the fans going if you put your ear down to them. They're just little fans. These are fan-driven smoke units. The beast is out of the box again. Put him here for a second. Alright. I'm going to hit play again.
They don't even work half the time. I'll put a video in here.
And like you said, Brian, smoke units have always been an issue, even going back to the 70s. Like the wonkiness of them.
In here. So as you just saw, you don't even see the smoke. That video was a video I sent to Broadway Limited to get it repaired, by the way. They told me apparently it's the heater plates that are going. But at the same time, how do they know that fast? Right? Does that mean that they know it's an issue and they're just sending the locomotives out so they can purposely bring it back and then have it repaired? So then they charge you money to get it repaired? Huh? Is that what they're doing? So I just spent, let's just say you did buy it from Broadway Limited and you spent that $1,000. You got it home and it doesn't even smoke right. So now you have to spend probably $100 on shipping just to send it there. And now you have to hope and pray that it actually works. Like
Yep,
how
they
it
were.
was advertised on their shorts page. On their YouTube. Yeah, like that's why, like they're literally just not worth it. Most of the sounds aren't even realistic. Which it's like sorry, excuse me, yawning again. Which it's like I don't even see the point of using QSI. They use the same soundboards from 2008. I think I already said that, but they use the same soundboards, which is utterly depressing in my opinion, because you know, like there's so many other options like TCS Wild Sound, DCS, which is, I think that's MTH, probably they couldn't use that, but TCS Wild Sound, then Lock Sound, and then Digitrax, and what else is there? There's probably a lot of other options I don't even know about that are out there. Actually, sorry, Tsunami is a thing, which they could be using Tsunami and it would be so much better. But yet again, they don't for some weird reason. They just don't. You know, so it's like they're a hit or miss. It's like you're semi-forced to buy Run Limited because they're the only person who makes new up-to-date big boy models or new up-to-date FBF-3 models that are diecast, or even the Bold Moves, or even anything else. Like, they're really the only other people who make diecast steam locomotives, because MTH for some reason sold the tooling to scale drains, which they don't even use it for anything. So yeah, that's great. MTH HO was so much better, by the way, guys, and they use QSI, so I don't know why theirs was so reliable. Well,
no, I don't think MTH had their own proprietary, which was Proto Sound, and then Proto Sound 2, and then Proto Sound 3. I don't think, maybe Proto Sound was a variation of QSI, but MTH is Proto Sound and is proprietary.
Broadway Limited is correct. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense, and you know, it really isn't worth it for the price of what they're charging. You know, it's almost like a toaster does more than a Broadway Limited locomotive.
Okay. So, okay, I get it. Oil-based smoke units are wonky. I get that. You know what, Brian? I even have trouble getting my Bachmann one to work, and my IHC one to work. My IHC Mahino. I just have issues with oil smoke units. Now, for me personally, what works best for me, and in my opinion, I feel Hornby has perfected it for me with the water-based smoke units because it always works for me. So for me, I really like Hornby's because it's really dumbed down for me. You just fill it up with the water and it does its thing. So that works for me. But oil-based smoke units, I just have issues with. It's probably because I'm a dumbass when it comes to them. So it's probably my own fault. Alright, let's put them back on.
Like, you only have 4 horns and 4 whistles, if you're lucky, that it actually works. I have bought one of their, what is it called? GE Evolution Next Gen Fuel ones. I almost bought it, had it on the test track at the hobby shop, and he went to program the address to the number of the diesel locomotive, or the run number. And guess what happened, guys? Yep, the thing literally started smoking. That's not a joke. The coder fried on the spot. And I will say, like, what's the point of having a smoke unit in a diesel? It's not realistic. Like, it could have at least been black, or, it could have at least been darker, or something like that, to at least make it look realistic. Like, they could have. Broadway Limited has the biggest opportunity to make dyed smoke units. Dyed, what would we call smoke fluid? They could do it. just add food coloring. Like, I don't know why, unless you can't do that, but you can add food coloring, and that would make it black. Or at least just gray, I think.
Okay, this guy here, if you want to make your smoke fluid, your oil-based smoke fluid, a different color, you can. I forget what the proper way is to do it, but you can. You can also use scented. If you want your layout room to smell good, you can use scented mineral oil if you want. That is perfectly safe. Now, I know if you want to make the smoke black, there are ways to do that, but you got to be careful too, because you don't want to smudge, like sludge up your oil-based smoke unit. So you got to be careful.
It looked like an actual diesel smoke. Not like for some reason someone put a steam generator in the exhaust stack. So it just doesn't make sense. And, you know, it's just the fact that they're smoking and smelt the locomotives is a big bad.
Okay, buddy. Any smoke unit can melt. My IHC even says flick it in the off position if you're not putting smoke fluid in it. And that's an old school IHC. And it's got the on and off button on the front pilot.
Continue on this. Like, I want to say it's not worth buying, but at the same time, I do want to say it's worth buying. Because at the same time, they're half decent, but at the same time, they're horrible. Like, it really all comes down to their sound. And, you know, if they just used any other provider, or they just used better speakers, it would have been so much better. But, you know, it's not like...
I did read about that.
Water Limited listens to their customers anyways. You tell them you have an issue and they don't even, like, respond on their YouTube. Which, you know, a lot of people do comment there and say, you guys need to make it better. And they don't even listen. They seem so happy when they're unveiling their locomotives. And it's like, as soon as you click on the video, you're like, here comes another crap Broadway Limited release. Can't wait to see their unrealistic chuffing that becomes unsynchronized above speed step 15. How nice. Although I am giving them one more chance, I have pre-ordered their big boys. I pre-ordered 2 of them, which is costing me $2,000, which is kind of crazy for an HO scale locomotive. You know, but
I'd like to know what this guy does for a living. He sounds pretty young, but I know some old people sound young too. But damn, $2,000? Hell no. Even like, how, man? I want to ask him, man, how are you so friggin' rich? Damn. I mean, it's possible. It's very possible. I mean, he could, you know, keep life very cheap. You know, he could be very financially smart. I mean, maybe he just has a damn good career. He did the right things, but damn. I mean, he just sounds so young, right? I mean, good for him. I mean, if you can dump $2,000 on some big boys, the power to you. And you guys know straight up, like, the only reason why I have any money for anything in the hobby is because, I mean, I keep life super cheap. My car's paid off. You know, me, my mom, and my daughter, you know, we live in a cheap mini home. You know, everything's like super, super, super cheap. That's how I like it right now. So I can, you know, afford a couple things here and there. But I mean, if I got into another car payment, I'd be broke as hell.
good. Because apparently it's going to have a whole new jumping system. It will actually be different at all, which I don't think it will be. But we'll see. But yeah. So, yeah, I don't think it's worth it, guys. To be honest.
Jarrett, there is definitely a market for old Tyco. There is a lot of collectors of old Tycos.
You know, like just use lock sound, and the fact that they have speakers on the bottom of the tender makes it so if you go over, let's just say you left a nail on your layout by accident, a hobby nail, you went over it, that will get sucked up into the speaker because they're magnetic, and that will go straight through the speaker. And so
whoa. The likelihood of that happening is like the speaker. Okay, yeah, speaker's magnetic, but you're gonna pick up a nail if you leave a nail working on your layout over your track, and the magnetic from the speaker is gonna send the nail through the speaker. Dude. Okay. For one thing. Okay, the phone ain't gonna pick it up. Okay, but okay, here's the speakers on the brand new BLI. Fully die-cast body, everything, everything's die-cast. SD70 Ace, okay? The speakers are grilled, and on the other side of the grill, there is a metal mesh. There's no way, even if it happened, there's no way a nail would penetrate the speaker. Like, friggin', yeah, that's just, holy crap. Like, I'm trying to, like, compare the odds here. I mean, damn. Oh, man. My brain is, like, so hurt right now. Like, ugh. I have better chances of a primordial microscopic black hole hitting me in the nutsack than a friggin' nail destroying your speaker from the tiny little speaker magnets that you left on your track. Damn.
Sugar tea, that would have sounded so much better. If they used anything else, period, it would have sounded so much better. You know, sorry, these are the speakers they use, by the way. This is what they look like. What are they? They are 8 ohm,
That's hilarious, Brian.
BBQ speakers. This is what they all use. There's no difference between any of them. These ones.
Okay, I'll try and angle that in the light. So, okay, so BLI, if that was even possible, number one, the speaker magnets in these are not powerful enough, in my opinion, to pick up a nail. And then you have the grills, and behind these grills, the phone's not going to pick it up, is metal mesh protecting the speaker from dust. Man, you know, what the hell? I got so many friggin' tools in here. Like, holy crap. Okay, I don't have a small railroad nail. But I mean, I have like a box of little things. And I guarantee you, it's like, there's not enough magnetic power in this thing to... Okay. Here's a little tiny metal round thing. I don't remember what it's for, but there's a little tiny metal round thing I'm holding in my hand. It's very thin, very light. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I will give him some credit. That metal round thing did get picked up by the speaker magnet. Okay, can you guys see that? Okay, I'll give him that. Okay, that's that's a light piece of metal. Okay, let me find a nail. Can you guys see that? A little round ring. It did get picked up, but it didn't penetrate the speaker housing because it can't because of the metal mesh. So that little metal ring did get picked up. I'm actually surprised by that. You know, that means it's a good speaker. A speaker with a good magnet is good. Hence why I like Cerwin Vega, because they got massive friggin' magnets on them. Alright, where are my box of screws? Alright, I'll find something. I'll find a nail. I just gotta know where I put them all. Okay, here we go. Here is. Okay, so this nail is probably a little bigger than... I don't want this guy to prove me right. Okay, here we go. This nail is a little bigger than a railway nail. Holy shit. Okay, he may be right. Dude. But you know what? I'm actually liking this. Those are powerful